It is recording, yes. Yes, good. Okay, so today I am working on my SPES Heavy gloves because I hate these things. I like to refer to them as that fucking Bomberman shit. They're just... they're dumb and I don't like them. You can't... and this is after quite a bit of use. You can't really move in them. The extra large is the extra large is too small for my hands. It's like the wrist on the glove is here, my wrist is down here, which does funny things for mobility. Now a friend of mine recently bifurcated these plates over here. You just throw a split right down the middle, and that's helping some things quite a bit. My big complaint about these has always been how loose the cuff is, and how there's really nothing you can do about it. You've just got this stupid bell on your arm. I've always felt that it should be tightened. You should be able to tighten that. So what I did was see this seam right here. I split it along there. Took out the polypropylene plate and that bit of leather, and then separated that from the leather up here to give myself a little bit of relief, so that this can go under here, this can go over here, and gotta finagle it a bit because I'm halfway through the process. But if this can be tightened, all of a sudden, you have all of this mobility from the wrist. You don't need to tighten this, don't really need to tighten this strap, because tightening the strap almost seems to make it more difficult to move your hands. Which I guess kind of harkens a little bit to the sparring glove, how it's just this kind of big floofy thing that's got tons of wrist mobility. I'm finding that I'm sort of getting that with this. Another complaint that I've heard from people is that there's no lateral movement really in the thumb, and I'm finding that I'm finding myself questioning whether or not this connection actually needs to be here. You see, these last two rivets are going from these plates into this bit of leather, and these rivets have this kind of synthetic leather and webbing going between the thumb and the remainder of the armature. The problem with that is that if you're going to move your thumb laterally, you're fighting the entire rest of the glove just to move your thumb. I think I'm going to snip this. I'm going to snip this and maybe throw in some kind of auxiliary plate running across here that can just kind of be in the way without actually inhibiting movement at all. I think that might help a lot with the thumb. So that's kind of where I'm at with this. I'm gonna take a trip to my local secondhand store and try and get a pair of rollerblades, something like that, because I think that having like a rollerblade strap, you know, the kind that sort of ratchets into place, I think having something like that over here could be really beneficial. Just, you know, slip your hand in there, tighten that real quick, and you're good to go. And so that's that. So yeah, that's the plan. You know, get some kind of strap on this, separate the thumb a little bit, split this down the middle. I'll probably have to stabilize it with a little more bungee over here, and then my other sort of big complaint about these gloves is that they've got nothing right here. So I may throw something across here just to kind of, once again, just be in the way. If you take a shot to the wrist, because I've taken shots to the wrist right in here before, and it kind of sucks a lot. So yeah, that's where I'm at with these SPES Heavy gloves. The Victor Barbercoots faders sort of got me on this kick of, well, it's almost good, but it's not. And I'm starting to think that's kind of where these things are. I think that these gloves have potential to be a good piece of gear, and not a tremendous pain in the ass that you can complain about every single time you put them on. But they're not there yet, and that's what I'm looking to get done here. So keep it posted.